Chat is working. Make this public. Wow. Oh my gosh. Hi, good morning. I didn't see the chat just like kind of explode forward. How is everybody? Let me say good morning to everybody. Quanisha Brown, good morning. Good morning, Jamie Taylor. Good morning, Lisa Jones. Good morning, Jen DiFiore. Good morning, Marie Gunn. Good morning, Jennifer Santos. Thank you, Jennifer, for the little donation. I don't know if you saw that. Well, isn't that Jen DiFiore? I'm confused now. I have a few Jennifers, but anyways, thank you for the send over donation the other day. That was a real surprise and a blessing, and I appreciate it. It made me feel good, so thank you. In the car driving through, Jamie Taylor says she's in the car driving through St. Louis, Missouri. Be careful during this broadcast. Don't be paying too much to the broadcast and not to the car. And I'm not so sure that you should close your eyes and do the three breaths with us this morning, unless you can pull over, okay? Oh, well, welcome, Marie Gunn. I'm glad you're watching us for your first time. Please like, share, and subscribe, both here at Facebook at the business page and at YouTube. I can put my link in here, my Linktree link. It will lead you to all the different places where you can find me. This is a morning read that I do. Oh, and it's not allowing me to Linktree, so I don't know. This is a morning reading that I do. This is for the week. It's Sunday, so we're looking at the week between Sunday, August 11th of 2019 through Saturday, the 17th of August. We're going to pull 3 cards to look at the energy of the week. It just gives us a little insight into how the energy is going to go for the collective of us. The intention is to give us a brief overview of what we might be dealing with or facing this week, whether our week's going to be, more of a struggle, or are we going to be more willing to work with it? What do we need to know? It's similar to like a weather report. So I'm doing that today. That's what I do in the morning. In the evenings and afternoons, I do different other events. If you check out my YouTube page or the Facebook group, you can see sort of what I do there. Good morning, Rose Rousseau. Good morning. Tarot is a scam and a fake. Ooh, this is a fun one. Well, I'm so glad you've decided to join us. Wait, he's spelling things out. XTFF. Oh, he's just... Wow, it's funny. When you get haters, it means you're doing something right. So I hope you subscribe to Rose, a Scam and a Fake. I would love it. So I love it. But yeah, so this morning, that's what we're doing, is we are gonna do the 3 cards for the week to see what the energy's like. It's 11 a.m. in Pennsylvania. I hope you're having a good Sunday. Jupiter went direct today. So we should be expecting good results and good expansive stuff for the next few months until December. Jupiter is the planet of luck. So those of us that have our astrology connected to Jupiter and just in general, hopefully things are going to be on an upswing. Jupiter's been retrograde for a while, so if things have been moving like if they've been feeling like they've been moving slowly, we also just had a Mercury retrograde, which also makes things a little bit more difficult. But if those things, those things will change, hopefully with this, hopefully those things will change with the expansion of Jupiter and it going direct. I just had to remove Tarot's a scam and a fake because he was just doing single letter types in, so I couldn't read your guys' comments. And that's just lame. I mean, if he came in with a cool name like Eat Shit and Die or something like that, then maybe I would let him stay. But I'm just not in the mood today. For single letters, he was putting in like D, M, F, F. It's just stupid. So it's not even like, not even inventive trolling. It's like boring trolling. It's like alphabet trolling, preschool trolling. Okay, so yeah, so that's what I'm here. This is Engelgeist. This is my channel. I do have, good morning, Lisa Jones. Good morning, Vacant Valley Ways. Thank you, Kristen Ravello. Good morning, Cheryl Alexander. How are you? Please like, share, and subscribe. You guys, I've gotten to 190 subscribers on YouTube. If any of you on Facebook have YouTube accounts, please go over and subscribe to my YouTube account. I want to break 200 today. Oh, it's okay, Quanisha. You don't have to report them. I just blocked him. He'll probably come back under another name. He's going to have to make a ton of accounts. But I don't really worry about that sort of stuff. It's, it is what it is. Good morning, Nate. How are you? Good morning, Ducky. Happy Sunday. I think what it is, to be honest, Vacant Valley Ways on YouTube is asking, what is it with the strange names the past 2 days? I honestly think that I'm starting to get traction on YouTube. I'm starting to get, I don't know, I think from people watching the videos and stuff like that, I'm ending up, and these are live events, so I think people just troll the live events because they actually have a person that's live. It's no fun to troll a video that's not taped live, right? Because you can't get the interaction with the person. But if you can get up underneath the tarot reader's skin right there on the live video, ooh, what a rush, what a rush. That might make their little dicks really hard, right? So for me, it's like, come at me, but come at me in an inventive way so I can at least have a laugh. Like, show me your best. Don't come at me with just the alphabet. This isn't, it is Sunday. If you want to go watch Sesame Street, go do that. But that's some straight Sesame Street trolling right there. D, M, C. Tarot's a fake. Well, if it's so fake, boo, why are you trolling tarot sites? Why don't you go out and live your Sunday and have a good day and enjoy yourself? Don't be in hatred and anger. Spend your time doing something to enhance your life. Make yourself feel better instead of trying to make others feel worse. Why don't you do that for yourself? You deserve it. You lovely little person. And I give you honey. I pour honey all over you. Tarot is a fake and a whatever. I don't even remember his name. But let's all imagine honey pouring over him and giving him or her a healing. If it's a healing, if they're a Christian and they need a healing from Christ, let it be that. We don't have to heal them. Just give them positive energy and send them on their way. And they've been blocked, so it's okay. Good morning, Deborah Lothar. Thank you for arriving. Thank you for attending. Good morning, Marita. How are you? Good morning, Lisa Jones. Subbing to YouTube after this reading. I would love that, please. Michael. Good morning, Susan. I'm glad you're addicted. My thing is what I want to do is, my goal is, I'm going to do another charm divination video this afternoon on YouTube. My goal is to crack 200 subscribers today. I'm going to try and get 10 subscribers today. That's my goal. So funny. It's like, ooh, give me 10, give me 10. Some of these people are growing in like the thousands. It's crazy, but they have tons and tons of people watching already. So they're being pushed by YouTube. So Jennifer Nichols, you just missed a little troll that we had to get rid of. Good morning, Irish in Cyprus. We've been having some troll issues. We've been actually having some fun with some really good trolls. We had some good ones yesterday, but we got rid of him. His name was, it's 1111 Bacon Valley Ways. Let's hear it for them angel numbers. Hey, call him out when you see him. He was under the name today, Tarot is something and a fake or something like that. So we may get one more today, hopefully. Yesterday we had to watch yesterday's video. It was a lot of fun. I don't even want to get into the words that were used in the names of the people that showed up. But one of them actually subbed. He came in acting all weird, and I started to tell him how much I loved his name because it was so sort of raunchy. And I love some raunch, you know, like I'm a big fan of like potty humor. It just makes me giggle. And so when these two came in yesterday, they had the nastiest names, and I was just like, oh, talk about full committal to your YouTube experience. It just kills me. It's so like, I don't know, like 13-year-old boy, but whatever. So then he's like watching the video as I'm explaining the card, and he says, well, this is actually kind of interesting. And so he totally got subbed, but I haven't seen his name come up yet today, so maybe he's sleeping in. Maybe he had a long night of trolling last night, or, you know, I don't know, who God knows. We wish him well, though, and I hope he comes back. Thank you for sharing, Deborah. I really appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe, like the business page if you can. Follow it if you can. And if those of you that are on Facebook, if you have YouTube accounts, please go over and give me a sub on YouTube. I would greatly appreciate it. So, as I said, I'm here to do the weekly today. We're going to pull 3 cards for the weekly. Also, those of you that aren't doing much on a Sunday, I am going to do a charm divination video in a little bit after this. Once I sign off, I'll sign back on, and I will do that. That's been a lot of fun. It's been a new form of divination that I've been toying with. So stick around and pay attention for that. That's why I want you to sub and ring the bell so you get alerted when that happens, because I'm not sure always when that's going to happen. I have pick-a-cards, and you know, you can look at the August forecast, the tarot cast that I have for the signs for the month of August. We're getting to the midweek, like this would be the time, like maybe tomorrow, the 13th and the 14th, I might start redoing mid-month tarot scopes, or maybe charm castings for the signs. I'm not sure. I haven't decided on that. Charm castings might be fun and live quickly, but then getting everybody to tune in, I don't know, we'll see. So I'm still working this all out and finessing the way that this channel works. But I appreciate all of you guys staying with me, watching me, and supporting me during this process. So let's do our breaths this morning. We do our morning centering breaths. We breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And a very simple practice of visualization that I use, that was taught to me by a medium named Kennedy Morgan, is just imagine plus signs coming in to in through your nose with the breath and going deep into your belly. Breathe deep into your belly and let them explode or like spread out all over your body. This is positive energy that you're inhaling in, right? And as you exhale, just see minus signs, you know, in your mind's eye going out of your body as you exhale. Those of you that know about grounding, ground yourself. Run a line of energy. Imagine a line of energy, or just feel it running from the base of your spine down here all the way into the center of the earth. You can allow the minus signs to also flow out that way too, to the center of the earth, to be transmuted and changed by the earth and healed by the earth, okay? Allow yourself with each breath to let go of anything that doesn't belong to you. The stuff that we carry, the thoughts or ideas of others, the perceptions that we may have that society has put upon us, let that shit go, as the Buddha said. I think he did say that. I think that's a direct quote, okay? I'll ask Buddha when I turn on the camera, we'll ask him. So as you do that, we always take 3 breaths just for the mind, one for the mind, one to honor the body, and one to honor the spirit, okay? So we're gonna do that now. And the other thing is focus your attention, as if I haven't given you enough homework. Try and focus your attention on your body with the first breath, and then bring your attention with the second breath up to like maybe your chest and shoulders. And hopefully by the third breath, you're bringing your attention right here to your third eye, which is the space in the center of your head behind your eyes. That's where your pineal gland lives, and that's where your clairvoyance is. It's where your psychic awareness is. And that's where you are most able to access present time awareness. So I want to bring you to that space as we do the reading this morning. If you can't get there, don't worry. Don't get frustrated. It's not easy. It took me years of practice. But it is a really wonderful place to sit sometimes when we're feeling emotional or out of whack, just to get centered and grounded, okay? So it's a simple practice, and you can do this without me anytime throughout your day, and you can do it for periods of time longer than what we do it for here, okay? Sorry, that was a long spiel, but let's get going, okay? So let's take that deep breath in through the nose and imagine those plus signs coming into our body. Ready? Breathe all the way into the belly and release. Let go of those minus signs, let go of any tension in the body, be aware of where it may be, and just let it release. Let out all of that air. Hopefully you've brought your attention to maybe where your feet are planted or where your body sits right now. And then let's inhale a second time now for the body. Let those plus signs spread out through the body, spreading positive energy through the body. Let's release. And now if we can move our attention up to the center of our head, behind our eyes. And let's inhale deeply for the spirit, all the way into the belly, bringing in plus signs. Perfect. And let's release. Let all that air go. And when you're ready, open your eyes. And allow, whatever doesn't belong to you to go back to who it belongs to. It belongs to them. If we're carrying thoughts, feelings, emotions, perceptions of others that we thought were our information, we can let them go. We don't have to hold on to them. Okay? And they will naturally go back. There's an empath trick in the book, The Empath Survival Guide. I've brought it up before, where you can say very strongly with conviction, return to sender, return to sender, return to sender. And just imagine all of the energy that doesn't necessarily belong to you, that was maybe put in your space by another, that it goes back to them. It belongs to them. And you can send it, but you send it from a place of conviction, but from a place of love. And if they want it back, they will certainly take it back. If they don't want it back, it goes to wherever it needs to go to sort of be transmuted and healed. That's my belief, at least. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to ask Spirit for 3 cards for the week of starting on Sunday, the 11th of August, 2019, through Saturday, the 17th of August, 2019 for the collective. So let's see what we get for the 3 cards. Okay, Spirit, bring forth whatever information we as a collective need for those of us that are watching currently or may come across this video, not only today, but throughout the week, or even in future time. Please give us 3 cards that will carry your message and serve our highest good. Okay, I'm going to say this. The shuffle feels nice. It feels tight and productive. There's a little bit of resistance, but nothing major. It feels like there's an ease to the shuffle. Like if we are easy this week, things that may present in our way will actually not necessarily be as hard to manage as, say, they would be if we were in resistance to it, if that makes sense, right? So there is a heaviness to the cards, which I feel like might be us being a little bit more grounded this week in who we are, in what we know, in feeling ourselves, so to speak. There's a drag queen saying, oops, my light went out. There's a drag queen saying called sowing our oats. Like, it's like feeling yourself, like sowing your oats, like, ooh, I'm sowing my oats. It feels like that. It feels like we are maybe in control. It doesn't matter what life throws at us. We will deal with it. We feel prepared for it. This shuffle feels good and nice and clean. That might be Jupiter going direct for some of us. And again, also I want to say this too. Thank you, Spirit. These cards represent over the course, I pulled 3 cards over the course of the next 6 days. So some of them can represent for some of us as 1 day of the week. Some of them can represent for 4 days of the week, a single card. It really depends where we're at. There's a total flexibility with this. So take what you like and leave the rest, so to speak. Okay, So the first card that we have, let me turn on the Buddha cam. We'll say good morning to Buddha. Let's ask Buddha. Buddha, direct quote. Let shit go. Yeah, I think he just nodded his head. That's his direct quote. Okay, the beginning part of the week is the Seven of Worlds, which is breakthrough. Let me just write this down. Give me one sec, guys. So breakthrough to me feels like, first off, worlds has to do with our home, our career, money, financial issues, sometimes even relationships, like physical relationships that we have. I feel like there's some of us, this to me feels like there's a little bit of the red and orange in this card and that exploding volcano. Let me get my little pointer thing. This exploding volcano here feels like there's something that's going to come forth. Maybe for some of us out of anger, not all of us, but for some of us, I feel like there is going to be some sort of like we've reached our kind of breaking point, and from that we're going to have a breakthrough. We're going to have an understanding and an awareness that we need to have so that we can make the change that we need to affect in our lives so that we can get on to where we want to be. There's some of us that I feel like right now, this is what I'm hearing, is that we've been holding ourselves back. This horse needs to be unbridled and free, and it wants to be. And this horse is like representational of personal power. It looks like it's ready to move forward. This breakthrough is ready to happen in the world. There's something that maybe some of us have been denying in our material world, in our career space, in our home space, in our relation space, that we're maybe not looking at. And so I think that, we talk about Jupiter going direct, but also Uranus is going retrograde, I believe. And Uranus is and I love saying Uranus. Uranus is the planet of secrets, right? Uranus is like the one that's going to show us our shadow side, or what we're not looking at, what we're trying to avoid, what we've been like not seeing. This breakthrough could be some of that too. This could be us sort of having to face some things that we don't necessarily feel as though we were ready to face, or we've been putting off. I think that we have been aware of them. Not all of us will be frustrated, but there is a fieriness to this that says to me that some of us will. Like it's going to take our breaking point or us exploding into the reality of, no, I don't want to do this anymore. For some of you, it also represents this redness. It also just represents fire and energy in the sense of moving things quickly and being like assured in the breakthrough that this is where I want to go, this is what I want to do, this is how we're going to go about doing it, and moving quickly and on to sort of new endeavors. Does that make sense? In our material sector, right? In our material world. So I feel like we had that change card in the middle of the week last week, and this breakthrough card feels to me like, okay, maybe some of us are going to actually get like either active enough. That's the redness and the orange. It feels like there's a lot of activity, a lot of fiery energy. We're also in Leo, right? Which is very fiery energy too. So in the time of Leo. So, and the Lion's Gate is still kind of, I think it's closing up now, but now it's like, now is the time to wake up, realize what is it that we want, and go after it. Have that breakthrough, have that awareness, and force yourself to do it. Like, get it together and get it done. Get her done. That's what this is about. For some of you that have been putting it off or avoiding it, it's going to be a little bit more of an emotional experience, I feel like. That's where I get the anger or the frustration, the sort of exploding forth, and maybe not necessarily having I don't want to say that it's an uncomfortable experience for you, but it almost is like you have to access your anger so that you can get clear and move yourself forward. Like draw your boundaries and say, no more, I'm not doing this. I want that, and go after that. So this is for the beginning of our week. This may start today on a Sunday, which to me it feels like a lazy Sunday, so I'm not exactly sure which and where you guys are going to break through, but it could be today, tomorrow, even Tuesday for some of you. Now, the next card is the Three of Crystals, which is creativity. Excuse me. Let me write this down. Just because I like to clock where we're at throughout the week as we go on the dailies. So creativity is this. I feel like this is a continuation of that breakthrough card. This is our mind getting creative and trying to find solutions to get us where we want to go. The breakthrough is we open up and we have the realization, okay, this isn't working, or this is not what I want, or I want something different, or I want something better suited to me. I want something that's more for my highest good. I want this. I want, this inspires me. That's the fiery nature of this breakthrough card, right? Is maybe there's an inspiration there. If it's not an anger or a cutting loose. Oh, I forgot to put the chat window up, so I don't even know we could be getting trolled and I'm missing it. Oh shit. There could be a breaking loose that needs to happen, right? And in this breaking loose, once we've broken loose or we've made the decision of where we want to be, we have to get creative now by midweek and start to use our minds, the Three of Crystals, to sort of rise up out of sort of the detritus of what we used to believe or how we used to believe that used to maybe hold us down or keep us sort of stuck, and rise up into the horizon to see clearer the bigger picture. And I love this crystal here. It always reminds me of like the reedy, like this is you sort of standing clear, being grounded in who you are, remembering the memories of all the chaos of the past, but also seeing clearly into the future, seeing that maybe these mountains here would represent maybe there will be challenges or there will be possibilities where we're going to have to work for what we want, but we can see them coming and we can work towards them with an awareness of them. So by the time we actually reach them, we are able to either surpass them, solve them, work our way around them because we've been using our creative mind and our creative thinking. Okay? And I feel like this is really kind of in direct conjunction with that breakthrough. It's like the realization of, okay, this is what I want now. How do I get there? So like by midweek, we're thinking, how do I get there creatively? Even if it's like a breakthrough in a relationship, how do I get to this stage in my relationship? I'm not saying you have to like get angry and break up. I'm saying you might realize that, oh wait, we're not feeling the way that we once felt. It's not as fresh or as what it was like when we were younger or whatever it may be. And you want some of that back. You've decided that's what I want. Well, then how do you creatively get there? You have to rise up out of the sort of the old stuff in the mind, which I think now is the time to do that. We've certainly had a bunch of astrological shifts and changes right now that allow us to do that and move up out of our sort of ways of thinking or worrying or whatever it was that we were in our past and get clear. Use that as knowledge and awareness and teachings that have made us who we are, but now we can take those teachings and knowledge and not necessarily live from them, but live from a new place of clarity and move forward into the future, okay? In pursuit of what it is that we want, okay? Now let me look at the next card. This will be our week's end card. Interesting, we got 2 3s. 33, that's a master number. So the last card is the Three of Worlds, which is nurturing. And I believe that this card showed up at the end of the month, well, 2 weeks ago on a Sunday, okay? So it was like towards the end of July, this card was there as a Sunday card, as an end of the week card. So again, this is gonna be about, it's a worlds card, which means home, family, relationships, career, job. But to me, this is very much a home card. And when it's nurturing, I get pulled into the idea of taking care of oneself, taking care of one's home life. This bird nesting down here always brings me to that place, this mother elephant with her baby. And also the fruit is like the nourishment of ourselves, like feeding ourselves what we need. Saturn is present here, so there's some like hard lessons or some things that we've maybe had to learn over the course of time. And this nurturing card feels like Saturn is there present, kind of allowing us to assimilate those harder lessons or those harder things that we've had to maybe learn, and allowing us a break to sort of nurture ourselves, take care of ourselves, resettle into who we are and what we know and how we treat ourselves, right? I think that this Seven of Worlds at the beginning of the week says we know we want more. The Three of Crystals in the midweek says now we have to think about how we want to get there. And then this Three of Worlds at the end of the week, which is nurturing, is we have to take care of ourselves on a physical level, both body, beyond physical level. I want to say like we have to take care of ourselves, body, mind, and spirit, to also move that forward, to believe in that. and to love ourselves enough to know that we deserve it, right? Because we do deserve it. And the more that we realize that, and the more that we nurture ourselves, the more that we bring that in. And so the Seven of Worlds is this breakthrough of like, okay, I want this in my life. I've decided this is how I want it. I get creative midweek about how I'm thinking about it. And hopefully for some of us, by the end of the week, we actually maybe even have some of those things for ourselves, or we're able to at least take care of ourselves in such a way that we're able to set a strong foundation for building our way towards that. Okay? To me, this is all about taking the lessons that we've learned, because Saturn is here and present, and really like assimilating them or transmuting them into who we are, no longer repeating them, allowing ourselves to like nurture ourselves, allowing ourselves to really sort of nest and fit into our world. The earth is right here. So to me, it feels like we're easing into our world and settling in. And that might have been that grounded feeling that I was feeling in the cards of, we may have things that come up this week that we have to deal with, but we're grounded and settled enough, and we're creative enough in our thinking that we can foresee those things coming and with ease work our way around them creatively to get ourselves to this by week's end. Now, this is a collective reading, like I said, so it's intended for many people. Some of you may experience only one of these cards. Some of you may experience only all three. Some of you may experience just, I don't know, part of it for part of the week, and others not at all. But that's okay. Whatever way that you experience it is your experience, and it's kind of what you've had mocked up. So just take what you like and leave the rest, so to speak. There's plenty of great readers out there. I can suggest people that if I'm not helping you or if I'm not giving you insight, there's plenty of people out there that can help you to give you insight if this is not resonating. But I think that this is a very good week. For those of you that are holding on to something that you know is no longer good for you, the Seven of Worlds, that's the only thing that I see might cause some discomfort for some of you, is not being able to sort of, it's like we've denied our intuition enough around a certain thing in our life that we have to sort of get it, we reach the end of our rope with it, and so we sort of burst forth in breakthrough from a place of frustration or anger. That's not for everyone, but it is for some of you. I know it, because you guys have been denying it or hiding from it, or thinking, oh well, maybe if I just leave it alone it will get better. But it's not getting better, and you know it. And so some of you will have to be like putting your foot down and drawing the line in the sand. But it will be okay. It'll be okay. Maybe not for the person that you're drawing the line in the sand with, but for you it'll be good, because by midweek you can get to a better idea, newer horizons, focusing on better things, and by the week's end you can start to nurture yourself and really love yourself and give yourself the things that you deserve. Okay, so that is, and I like the double threes. We got the Three of Crystals and the Three of Worlds, so to me that's a 33. I'm gonna say that that's kind of like a master number, so maybe we're gonna get a little bit of mastery going on this week in our worlds on a personal level. I like that idea, so let's hope for that. What else do I want to say? Tune in a little bit later for the Jamie Taylor says, I must cut ties with a friend, and yes, at the end of my rope. And it's okay to be at the end of your rope. And also, you guys, I just want to say this, with the Seven of Worlds, if some of you are in frustration with some of your situations, you can cut ties or back off from a place of love. That's totally appropriate. It doesn't have to be messy. It doesn't have to be angry. It doesn't have to be dramatic. If it is, it's okay. We're human. But you can do it from a place of sort of taking care of yourself. I've had to do that too. And it's needed. It's hard. Sometimes it's hard to do that, because we have these ideas, or we're told cutting people out of our lives makes you a bad person, or, oh, that's not very nice. Well, what the fuck is nice? There's a lot of people that are all levels of not nice, But where does it serve me to suffer around somebody that is not, necessarily giving me my highest good, or sharing in my inspiration, or lifting me up, or supporting me in any way, shape, or form? And this could be a job, this could be a friend, this could be a family member, but we can release them with love. Then the release doesn't have to be permanent. We can release them with the intention. I say this over and over again. Our attention and our intention is so key. We can release them with the intention of, I release you in love, and if you are to come back to me in a way that is more suited. There's another thing that I learned in the meditations. There's a phrase that Kennedy Morgan used in our meditations called "Only love can enter and only love can leave" with your auric field. And I like that. I like that concept of only love can enter and only love can leave. So like when I get like a little troll, that comes in and wants to troll me, only love can enter and only love can leave. So I can laugh with him and sort of do whatever, but I can only take it so far. I'm not going to get angry. It's not worth it. It doesn't serve me. It just lowers my vibration to their level. And I don't want that. I work too hard at trying to keep my vibration upbeat and for me. So that's my take on things. I am going to end with this because I always end with this, because I know that some of you do have a harder time with things, as do I at times, is that it's all just energy. And energy is constantly evolving and changing. There's examples of it all around us all the time. Look at nature, look at people growing, look at children growing up. Nature and energy is always changing. We're not supposed to stay the same or stay stuck. If we believe we're stuck in something, we're the ones that are sticking ourselves there because we believe it. Okay? If you find the blessing, or if you find the gratitude within the situation that you're in, even just a little bit, you can shift the energy. You can shift your relationship to whatever the situation may be. And then it's no longer holding the same power or weight with you. And you'll find, even if maybe it's the situation, you can't find the blessing with that situation, find a blessing somewhere else in your life and focus on that. And when you move your attention to that direction, you bring in more blessings and you bring in more gratitude. That raises your vibration. And all of a sudden, whatever was plaguing you or bothering you or hurting you kind of doesn't feel the same. If you really are paying attention and you're really looking at it, you'll see that it loses its power. And you're the one that's doing that. You're the one that's consciously choosing that and pushing yourself in a more positive-minded direction. Again, it's work, and it's not always easy. I don't expect everybody to be positive 24/7 all the time. I'm certainly not. And I think that that's the reason why we're given a broad spectrum of emotions. We're not intended to be high vibrational beings all of the time. I think we're working towards that. But, it's going to take some time. There's a lot of us here. So the more we play with that energy, the more that we work in that idea and that concept and be conscious of it and actively pursue it, the better and easier it will get for us, the better and more abundant our life will get for us, the better our feelings and emotions will get for us, the better our overall experience will be. And as we do that, we liberate other people to also find that for themselves. They just sort of pick up on it subconsciously, whatever it is, they see the energy. Some of them might be haters, they might be bothered by it, and then they have to bounce out of your vibrational space because they can't relate to you anymore. But you know what? On some level, they were affected by it, right? They were made aware, whether they're conscious of it or not. And who knows what that awareness will do for them. It's that whole ripple effect. When you throw a rock into a pond, it ripples out. So we don't know, maybe that might lead them to their own higher vibration at some point. Okay? So just know that you guys can get there if you're not feeling as though you're there. That's the general gist of where I'm going with this, is that you are the one that holds yourself in your misery. And I do it to myself all the time. So I'm well aware that I can do it to myself. And sometimes I choose to focus on my misery because that's who I am, But more and more, I go, okay, Dan, come on now. You know better. You talk about this every day. Don't worry. You're going to be fine. You'll be carried. The universe loves you, as the universe loves every one of you. Okay? So I love you, and I will talk to you guys later. Ripple is the Grateful Dead song? I don't know it. I'll have to check it out. You were out. What's the charming time? I was out of town with crap Wi-Fi, Jen Nichols says. I'm going to do charming probably in a little bit. I'm going to make something to eat, and then I'll get back online. So I would say maybe like in an hour. I don't know. I just need a little minute to come down off of this read, maybe meditate a little bit, clear out my space, disconnect cords and energies, and you guys should all do that too. I know you're all in the chats being, hi, how are you, blah, blah, blah. Disconnect from each other. Remember that. You want to keep your spaces as clean, as clear as possible. So there's nothing wrong with, cutting cords and asking for those to be cut away with love because they don't belong to you. Doesn't necessarily mean that you're not friends with that person or that you're not still connected to them or you can't reconnect those cords when you see them again. Okay? So I'm going to do that, and then I'll probably get back on. Maybe like in an hour? Maybe sooner? I don't know. I need to cool down this house because I'm really warm right now after doing that reading. So once the house cools down, I'll get back on, and I'll start charming from here. Okay? All right, so I will see you guys. It will be alive, Jen Nichols. Yes, it will be. And as long as I can get my cameras working. I had my cameras working yesterday, so hopefully the cameras will work today. I think that they should, and if they are, then we're gonna do it again. And I'm gonna try and break 200 subscribers today. That's what I want to do. That's my goal. Hey, Miguel Garcia, give me a wait. Very good. We'll be back here all clean and ready. Right on, Miguel Garcia. Give me a subscribe. I want to bust 200 subscriptions today on YouTube. So I see that you are on YouTube. If you like what I do, please give me a subscribe and touch the bell so that you can be notified when I come back on to do the charmings, okay? And I will be on hopefully like in an hour. I just want to... Charming Dan is hot. Thank you, Jen DiFiore. I'm also, the previous charm video from yesterday is in the playlist Prince Charming. I wanted to make a whole other channel called Prince Charming, but there is somebody online already called Prince Charming. So he has like 500,000 subscribers, and I didn't want there to be confusion, and I didn't want him to feel like I was stealing off of him. So, and I'm going to keep it all to Engelgeist because I'm still trying to build subscribers, so it's better to just keep it all in one place for everybody. It's easier that way. But if you guys want to spend an hour watching that video, that would be great. If you watch through the entire video and give it a like, my algorithms go up and I get pushed out into YouTube a little bit more because YouTube is watching videos that get watched completely. So if I keep people entertained and people watch my full videos, then I get higher up in the algorithm is what I've been told. So you could check out yesterday's charming. I would definitely check out yesterday's card read just because it's so ridiculous what happened with the trolls. It was fun. I actually rewatched it and had a good laugh. All right, I will see you guys in a little bit. So be there or be square, so to speak. Okay? I will talk to you guys in a little bit. Thank you and have a good day.